Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Mortgage Monday with Manny. I am Manny, as you all know. Thank you to the Kickoff to Mortgage Mondays. What I wanted to do in this presentation was give you guys a good feel for what you do, give you a very high-level view, go over a couple things quick of what you could expect going forward, give you an idea of what our niche products are, particularly in this segment, non-QM mortgages. The reason I'm choosing that is it's a very underserved segment of the financial world, especially in mortgages. It caters to a lot of self-employed people, because as we all know, self-employed people beat up their tax returns, okay? They claim, they have a lot of deductions, they have a lot of gross sales, but at the end of the day, what they write off is very different than what they actually make, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a little slideshow presentation. As you have any questions, guys, you could throw them up in the chat. I'll answer them after the slideshow. Shouldn't take too long to go through it, but I wanted to go through it, again, show you guys what I do, the basis of the product, all right? And if you just give any questions you have, put into the chat, and I'll answer them all as we go along. And without further ado, here is the presentation, guys.
And then, so with the 20,000, right? Because again, I mean, that just means
So we are the accredited group, okay? We are a division of the accredited group, which is Merchants Property Solutions. We're a fully licensed funder in 38 states. Fully licensed bank in 38 states when it comes to primaries and second homes. When it comes to investment properties, we can do any state plus the District of Columbia. All right, so that gives us 51 territories to do anything but investment properties, 38 states when it comes to primaries and second homes. This is Mark Hanna. He has been around for 23 years in the wholesale mortgage banking division. He is our CEO. All right, he owns and operates on a daily basis the accredited group, which is the parent company of Merchants Property Solutions, which I am the vice president of. All right, he founded TAG, the accredited group, in the summer of 2000, and has been growing the business ever since. He saw this need for small to medium-sized business owners during the recession. Mark established TAG to provide access to capital for these businesses. All right, and we've been going strong ever since, guys. This is myself and Ashley. Some of you have spoke to Ashley, some of you have not, some of you have gotten emails, but she is my counterpart in this entire venture. She is right there with me in the trenches, talking to your clients, speaking to your clients. All right, she's a very valuable asset here, and she is working her butt off to speak to your clients along with me. All right, I am Manny DeMonte, as you all know. I have personally been in mortgages for 23 years as well. I've seen a lot of markets, each one different than the next, from the 2008 financial crisis down to now, to houses being sold in minutes, not hours. It's been a crazy, wacky world. If there's any mortgage guys on here, or any real estate individuals, you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, this is our mission statement. If you guys want to read through it real quick, this is our mission statement, all right? I'll leave it up there for a second so you guys can read. Okay, so I know there's a lot of affiliates on here to give us leads. I just wanted to go over the process. So here's the process. We made it 3 very simple steps. 1, provide the client info, all right? So you give us a name, a phone number, some quick notes in our portal, all right? And we do have a portal for you guys. If you need access to it and you don't have access yet, please privately email me, and I'll give my contact info at the end, all right? So provide the name, the client's phone number, and what kind of financing they're looking for, in this case, mortgages. All right, give us a rough idea so we're not going in blind, and we're not going into saying, hey, you need a mortgage. This way, my loan officers are educated and can speak from a point of where they know what's going on with the deal. They have an idea, okay? Next, you sit back, relax, and let us handle the entire transaction. We do everything for you guys. Number 1, because it's a licensing thing. Number 2, we want you guys to do what you do best. We want you to go out and get more deals. The more deals you get, the more you close, the more you make, all right? With that being said, you provide the client's info. Sit back, relax, let us handle it. Number 3, just collect your commission. All right, that's how we operate. That's what we do, okay?
So I know as well, right?
Okay, so our loan programs. We could do non-QM bank statements. We could do fix and flips. We could do bridge loans. We could do FHA loans. We could do conventional loans. We could do mixed use loans, and we could do 5+ family loans. Now, the reason I'm giving you everything we do, because I will be covering each one of these in different segments in the upcoming weeks and months. So each day before, all right, tomorrow I'll announce what topic I'm going to cover. You guys can decide to sign up again. Hopefully you do. And then, like I said, each one of these will be covered in the upcoming weeks and months. All right, you do not have to be self-employed to do one of our mortgages. Again, you do not have to be self-employed to do one of our mortgages. Okay, again, we can do all types of mortgages. I just happen to be focused on non-QM or the bank statement deal tonight.
you know, you would have a weekly payment.
So why non-QMs? Just like I said, it's an alternative way to fund most self-employed borrowers. All right, it's a very underserved segment of the population, and there's a lot of room out there to gain market share. All right, it's all about education, guys. A lot of individuals do not know that they could use their bank statements or other forms of proving income to prove what they make. All right, a lot of the non-QM best suited for self-employed people, high net worth borrowers, real estate investors with multiple properties and non-marketable condos. Not for those who don't know, a non-marketable condo, pretty much in a nutshell, is something that is not approved by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Okay, guys, just keep in mind, I will answer your questions toward the end. But to answer this, yes, the webinar is being recorded, and I will put a copy on YouTube. So, why MPS offers non-QM solutions? So why we offer them? Okay, this is the type of income documentation you can use. All right, 12 to 24 months bank statements, 12 or 24 months of a profit and loss. You could use an asset depletion. You could use the rental income of a property. You could use a 1099 for all of our real estate people out there or our consultants. Or if they have a good credit score, enough money to put down, they can do a no income or employment verification. So let me go one by one. 12 or 24 months bank statements, very self-explanatory. I'm using the last 12 months or 24 months average deposits of their bank statements as income. So for example, if Mr. or Mrs. Smith deposited, $20,000 a month in their bank statements, whether it's personal or business, I give them credit for $10,000 a month in income. So with that being said, let's say they're doing, again, $20,000 a month, $240,000 in gross revenue just about. They most likely are taking a ton of deductions on their tax returns, and that's not going to be $240,000. Probably going to show they make $30,000 or $40,000. Not enough for them to get in a house. In this case, with the bank statements, ladies and gentlemen, I average out the past 12 to 24 months, and I'm giving them $10,000 a month of income, as opposed, let's say they knock it down to $60,000. I'm giving them, $10,000 a month, as opposed to where $60,000 only gives them $5,000 a month. Okay, so that's how the bank statement works. Again, using the average deposits of the past 12 to 24 months. Number two, profit and losses. Now, profit and loss works the same way, except I'm not using bank statements. I'm using the last 12 or 24 months profit and loss. That must be done by a licensed CPA. And he's got to be on what's called the ITIN list for the IRS. All right, so again, I'm going to take the average of that 12 to 24 month profit and loss, and that's what I'm going to put as their income. All right, rental income. So this is for investment property only, guys. It's called a DSCR. A DSCR. It's pretty much what they call a debt coverage loan. Now, what that means, as long as the debt is covered by the income, we're able to do the loan. So example, have a property that's generating $3,000 a month in rental income. As long as that mortgage payment is not more than $3,000 a month, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, if there's an HOI or a homeowners association, so to speak, that's included as well, I can do the loan. All right, again, debt coverage ratio. That's what we got to think. As long as the debt is covered by the income, that's something we can do. Okay? Now, number 5, 1099s. All right, there's a lot of real estate agents out there, a lot of consultants nowadays, especially from COVID. One of the things that COVID bred was a lot of people going self-employed. They didn't want to be part of the rat race, so to speak. They wanted to go follow their own, dreams, and they figured it was the perfect time with COVID, and there's a lot of consultants out there. Now, what I can do with a 1099 is I can use the last year or 2 years and average it out and use 90% of that. So again, an example, if their average is $100,000 over 2 years in income that I could prove on their 1099, I'm able to use $90,000 that year for income, or for income for the year, annual income. So that helps a lot more, because the same thing, those of you with 1099 know that is your gross. What you net is a completely different story that's on your tax returns. So that's, again, a way to use 90% of the gross income as opposed to 100% of the adjusted gross income, which we all know 90% is a lot more than 100% of that adjusted gross income. Okay? Now, no income, no employment, number 6. Exactly what it says. I'm not verifying their income. I'm not verifying their employment. This is huge, guys. This is extremely, extremely huge. Why? No income. That's for individuals who have not been self-employed for 2 years. Individuals that just opened their business. Individuals who have businesses that are not making money yet. Maybe they sold the property. Maybe they inherited money. Maybe they just quit their job, but they still have some money saved and could survive, with the money saved. That's where the no income, no employment verification comes. I am not proving a thing. The only thing I need to prove on this loan is that you have 12 months reserves of the mortgage payment, which means if the mortgage payment's, let's say, $1,000 a month, they have to have $12,000 in the bank after closing costs on a purchase, or they're rolled in on a refinance, and the down payment. So to give you an example, on this loan, you don't need a 660 loan amount, 660 FICO, and a minimum of 20% down, 12 months in the bank of the mortgage payment after you close, either put money down or after your refinance. If a cash out refi, good news, I could use that cash out as your reserves. So again, very strong product. I would say this is a strong number 3 as far as popularity. The 12, number 1, the 12 to 24 months bank statement in the non-QM segment, guys, is our most popular loan. Number 2, the DSCR loan, meaning the income of the property has to cover the mortgage payment. And then the number 6, the no income, no employment loan, that's number 3 on our roster. Okay? So that's income documentation, guys. If you have any questions, throw them on up in that chat, guys, and I'll get to all of them when we're done. So here's our eligible property types. 1 to 4 unit residential units, condos, both warrantable and non-warrantable. Multifamily, 5+ units is considered a multifamily. Mixed use, for those, a definition of mixed use, store on the bottom, residential on top. All right, so that's what we consider mixed use. We do a lot of them here in New York. For people closer to cities, you'll probably come across those. Usually not too many in the suburbs, but a lot of them are here in New York that we get done. All right, and commercial properties, guys. We're good at regular commercial, nothing funky, no ground up construction, nothing nuts like horse farms or stuff like that. Regular, vanilla, out of the box commercial, meaning office buildings, warehouse space. I can do a mobile home park, like I said, multi-unit family residential. That's something we could do as well. Now, here is the type of occupancies we can do. I can do a primary residence. I can do a second or vacation home. I could do a short-term or seasonal rentals, meaning your Airbnb or your VRBOs, and investment properties. So those, what they need to be dispositioned in order for us to do it. And obviously, think of it this way, guys. The less time you're in the house, the higher your interest rate and the more money you have to put down. So it goes up, together. So less time in the house, the higher your rate, the more money you have to put down. So as one goes down, time in home, the other two go up, interest rate and down payment. Now, this is a cool product too, which I'm gonna be going over in the near future, guys. Foreign national, all right? It's big for me here in New York. We do have a lot of foreign investors that are coming in, and they are buying up properties left and right here in New York City, apartments, regular 4, 5, 6 families in Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island. So this is huge. This is a way for people who are not U.S. citizens to buy homes. All right, so it goes off. We don't check any income. They don't need to have a credit score. We use the income of the property. So it is 9 times out of 10, it is a DSCR loan. So again, debt service coverage ratio loan, meaning the debt needs to be covered by the income. They don't need to have a U.S., what they call an ITIN or a social security number. All they need to have is a valid U.S. visa to enter the U.S., and we have to be able to prove they have the down payment and a couple of reference letters, and you're on your way. All right, average down payment is 30% on that. So we're looking at mostly 70 loan to value or 30% down on a purchase. You can refinance. You can also do cash out products with that as well. So again, guys, this was just a quick overview of what we're going to have in the upcoming months. Start typing your questions in there, guys, so I can answer them. I do see a few in there. So we have all the normal social media that you guys get in touch with. I'm going to be sending out links in the upcoming days and weeks for you guys to all sign up, which if you can like and follow everything, so we get some traction on that. And I'm going to leave this up for everyone to get my contact information. You can Scan that QR code, guys. It has all my information on there, all of our links to our socials. You're able to get in touch with me. Again, guys, I'm constantly on the phone. I'm constantly answering. I have a great team behind me. You know, I'm only as good as my team. I am not a one-man band. As I am here doing this, they are calling your clients as you put them in our portal. So again, reach out to me. Do not hesitate. As I like to say, I am not the Prince of Wales. I'm not Prince Charles. I don't have to get to my handlers to get to me. You don't need a formal appointment. Call my cell phone anytime, day or night. If I can answer, I will. If not, I'll answer as soon as I humanly can. Okay? With that being said, guys, that is my spiel on non-QM mortgages for now. And I'm going to open up the floor to any questions you might have. So I answered the recording question. Can I add your logo to my marketing landing page to get more leads? Unfortunately, you cannot because you're not licensed. I would keep it, vague. You do not have an NMLS number. You're not licensed. I don't believe. If you're licensed, obviously you could use your own NMLS. You could use your own logo, but you can't use our logo because we are licensed, and if you say the wrong things, I could personally get fined. Right now, if you guys just say, hey, mortgages for self-employed people or financing for properties, that is okay. You guys can do that, all right? But I would, again, keep it vague because you want people to call in anyway on the marketing. Okay, so I answered that. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Answered live. Let's see. Okay. Can I add you the note? On the no income verification loan, does the 12-month reserve have to be seasoned in the bank account? If you're putting in cash, yes, it does. If you're selling a car or you sold another property or, it could be life insurance cash value. It could be retirement funds that you have set aside. It only has to be seasoned if they're throwing in cash, which most people don't throw in cash nowadays. But as long as I can prove if it's a large deposit, as long as I can prove the large deposit, I can use that. Okay. Can you go back to the barcode so I can scan? Yes, I can. Okay. Got that, Gary? So no income. We answered that. Barcode, barcode. Anthony Fernandez, what are the maximum loanable amount for residential and commercial? So commercial, my friend, we can go up to 25 million. For residential, we can do 3 million, 4 million on case by case. We've actually closed last year, we closed 7 $3 million loans, actually all in the state of Florida, believe it or not. So we can go up to $3 million on residential, no problem, which is actually pretty good. Again, we closed 7 of them last year alone, which I don't know if that, is, I'm not, it's a lot actually. So, we can do them. Also, on the no income loan, what is the percentage you have to put down? So depending on your credit, you need a 640 to get in. If you have a 640 credit score, you have to put down 30% on a purchase. If you have a 660, you can get up to 80% loan to value. Commercial repurpose, sometimes we can. Case by case basis, Gary. We case by case basis. Hold on, guys. I'm just keeping up with the chat here. I'm partnered with Loan Broker Network. Do we do higher commission when they sign up on the landing page? Payouts are the same, Gary, no matter what. We pay out the same, no matter what. Even whether you're part of Loan Broker Network or anything, we pay Loan Broker Network out of our own pocket. Payouts are the same whether you go to Loan Broker Network, whether you signed up with us directly. That's for obvious purposes. We like to keep it fair. If you find us directly, it's the same as if you go to Loan Broker Network. We take care of that on our own with them and over there. Okay. All right, guys. So I am done with the Q&A. Very quick. I thank you. I'm sure, like I said, as we get to the more nitty gritty, tomorrow I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do next Monday. Hopefully you all liked it enough to sign up and come again next week. I would love to have you all on again. I thank you all for participating. With that being said, guys, have a good evening. Contact me if you need, like I said, whether it's Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, phone, email, fax, carrier pigeon, smoke signal, I don't care. Just get in touch with me. If I can't answer, I will, or I'll pass it on to Ashley or down the line to my sales guys. And again, thank you for the continued business, guys. I look forward to seeing you all again. And again, don't be shy to reach out, guys. If there's any other questions you need me to elaborate, like I said, reach out and holler at me, guys. I'll speak to everyone soon. Have a good evening, all. All right, I think I'm done, Shai. My fucking throat hurts. All right, what do I need to improve on? I think I went a little fast.
You said you were saying a phrase over and over, but it was like a filler word. Everyone does that. Like I said.
Yeah, I gotta stop with that.
I always used to say, I still do.
Yeah.
That was fine, man. I mean, nothing jammed. You didn't, wasn't one question where you're like, I'll have to get back to you.
Yeah. The repurpose loans, I have no idea what the fuck that is, so I just said, yeah. What's a commercial repurpose? What the fuck is that?
But yeah, it's good though that you mentioned the fact that all the affiliates are gonna be
Yeah.
careful. They can't talk rates. You can get
Yeah.
frauds, dude.
Yeah.
But as long as they know that, you're good.